I was influenced by Sonny Boy Fuller and just so many different harmonica players that paved the way. Howard Levin is a harmonica player out of Chicago, and just listening to Chess Records, you know, and being blessed to live in Chicago for the past 7 years. And I went to the Chess Records Museum, and they just have an incredible selection of different artists. And, you know, harmonica was the background at a lot of times, but then it started to come into the forefront with harmonica players really bending the notes and being the lead singer and playing the harmonica. So, you know, singing and playing the harmonica lent itself. And when people think of the harmonica, sometimes they think of Bob Dylan. You know, and he plays the harmonica, right? And, you know, yeah, I'm going to play the harmonica. And he had his harmonica, right? And he had the sort of looks like something you get at the dentist where, you know, he could just, it's a little harmonica holder, right? Well, he got that idea for some, you know, Blind Boy Fuller, you know, different cats and Jesse Fuller, who was a one-man band. He played the kazoo, he played the harmonica, he played the guitar, and he played the drums all at the same time. So he was his own one-man band, but I'm my own one-man band just with my lips and my teeth and my nose. And then I really got inspired by blues music, and then blues led the way to rock and roll and soul and hip-hop, and trying to fuse the Deep South and the sounds of blues music, and then bring in the pss, 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 out the beatbox, and then bring it together. And I'm just I feel like a student of the music, and I have a long way to go to continue to listen to blues music, but to bring in my own flavor and my own influences of jazz, of soul. And one of the big influences was the Funky Meters. They're a New Orleans band. And clap it fast now, people clap. Now, clap it fast now, people clap your hands. And I heard that. I was like, that's hip-hop. I'm like, that's funky New Orleans jazz funk. But all these hip-hop artists and people that were putting beats together, they found that music. So I got excited by trying to find out who were the artists that they sampled. You know, all this music that had been sampled. But then we led into this world of now sampling, where it costs a lot of money to get that sample cleared. So why don't you just do it with your mouth and create music just using what you have? And everyone has teeth and lips, I hope so. Everyone has a nose, and everyone has a way of speaking, because beatbox is a rhythmic language. And it goes back as far as the oral tradition.
Well, that's it. But, I mean, you were just incredibly talented at doing it, I suppose. I mean, where did you get spotted? Did you sort of go to these clubs and where other people are playing the harmonica and you've got a drummer and whatnot, and just sort of bust it out on the mic, and people are like, who is this kid?
I started doing theatrical one-man beatbox shows, and people locally started to create a buzz that I was using beatbox and mime, acting, and dance all at the same time. And then I brought out the harmonica, and folks just got super excited about it. And it was like, hey, it's a hold down. Sorry, clap their hands at the harmonica beat. But really, I got recognized on YouTube. When YouTube came out, people were uploading their videos, and someone filmed me from a show that I did in Washington, D.C. from 2003. It was cool, but it was grainy, and you couldn't really see. And then someone said, hey, you know what? I want to work with you. I rented the studio. I rented the cameras, and then he just pressed record and started filming me doing the beatbox harmonica. And then that led to me becoming the #1 video on YouTube in 2007, and it just opened up many opportunities for me.
Well, let's talk about those opportunities. I mean, what are you up to at the moment?
Right now, I'm here in London shooting a Subway advert. I'm the man behind the music, and I'm going to be appearing in the commercial. Excited about bringing the Deep South, the sounds of the Mississippi Delta, and the influences of Southern cooking, of people sitting by the barbecue and cooking the meat and adding their own style of barbecue sauce, it being wet or dry rub, and then started playing music, right? Food and music come together, right? So this is really about being here and trying to make it all taste good. Because music's got to taste good, right? It's got to taste good. And hopefully you need a background music. You need good music while you're eating. So bring all those things together. The beatbox, the harmonica, and Subway. Subs. together.
Put it all together. Well, you're making me hungry. That sounds tasty indeed. And for anybody listening, I mean, where can they find you on the internet? Where can they go to see you?
You can find me on yurilane.com. You can find me on YouTube. You just type Yuri Lane and all my videos will come up. My #1 video will come up. I'm very excited about a video that I did in Chicago called Beatbox Harmonica to the People. And it's really about just me and 2 other cameramen going around the city of Chicago. It's really my ode to Chicago. And I started performing on the street, walking by cafes, going on the train. And I've done that a bit here in London and at Camden, and folks were digging it. And I tried, and there was a father and his son, and I was playing harmonica, and he's like, hey, can you play a little more of that? And I started doing it, and he just brought a smile to the kid's face, and also like jaw dropping, like where is the sound coming from? What's happening? And I said, hey, it's just all you need is inspiration and rhythm.
And is this your first time in the UK?
I've been here a couple times, but this has really been my longest stay. And, it shares a lot of likeness to New York. But it's different, and it's extremely diverse. And I'm from San Francisco, and San Francisco is a very diverse place. And London is an extremely diverse place. So you see people from all over the world. You hear lots of different languages, and it's just a great character study for me.
Absolutely, and beatboxing is really popular at the moment. It's one of the coolest things on the planet, I've got to say. So I think everybody should give it a go. I think it would only really be fair to ask you to sort of play us out, if you're happy to do that.
I would love to bring the beatbox harmonica to the people of the UK.
That was Yuri Lane, beatbox harmonica extraordinaire, and you can listen and see him on the new Subway advert, as well as checking him out at yurilane.com.